Welcome back. So I know I didn't make a video last week. I meant to do that. I'm sorry, I lost track of time. And I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to make one this week because I have a lot on my plate. But I realized Retroid Pocket 3 Plus is supposed to ship in 3 days? And I want to make a video about it before it gets out there, just to see if anybody who's thinking about pre-ordering it but doesn't really know yet they want to know if it should buy one. So this is what this video is about. So Retroid decided to do what many people called the worst part about this video game emulation industry as a whole, which is release a device 2 months after releasing their last one. I literally just did a video 2 videos ago. That's technically 4. 2 videos ago, talking about my current thoughts and opinions on the Retroid Pocket 3 and if I think anybody should buy it. And with the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus coming out now, I think it's easy to say you shouldn't buy the 3. So before we get into the controversy of it all, let's go over the spec difference between the 3 Plus and the 3 before I give my opinions on this whole thing. So Retroid has a page up now on their website about the 3 Plus and where you can go and pre-order it, and has a lot of specs. But this image uploaded onto Twitter by Retro Game Corp has the big differences highlighted in blue. So I'm going to be using that as a reference image for right now. So the 3 Plus is going to have two 2 gigahertz CPUs and 6 2 gigahertz CPU cores for a total of 8 cores, which is different than the 4 cores on the Retroid Pocket 3. The GPU is a Mali G52 GPU, which is different from the PowerVR G8300 GPU on the Pocket 3. It has 4 gigabytes of LPDDR4X RAM, which is different compared to if you paid extra, the 3 gigabytes of RAM in the 3. I keep wanting to say 3 Plus. It comes with 128 gigabytes of Emmc storage, which is much better than the 32 gigabytes of EMCP storage on the Retroid Pocket 3. The reason I think they went for this is because Retroid has been putting up videos on their YouTube channel recently about emulation, stuff like that, like 3DS and stuff. And I think they understand that 3DS, GameCube, stuff like that, that's going to take up more space on the internal storage and an SD card. So 32 gigabytes would not be enough. I think they could have been fine with 64, but 128 is really nice. Now I don't think I have to buy an SD card for this, so that's great. The battery is now a 4,500 milliamp hour battery compared to a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which shouldn't be too big of a difference. If anything, it'll just make up for the power increase. So it'll have the same battery life, but just with better power. Yeah, they have the exact same dimensions. It seems like the hardware on this thing is the exact same compared to the 3. So that's good. I like the design of the 3, so that'll be good to use. So the whole controversy of this release was that Retroid just released the 3 2 months ago. The whole controversy with the 3 was that they'd been holding on to those shells for so long that they didn't know if they were going to be able to ship all of them, or if they would ever ship them, and they needed to just get them out. So I guess they just did that because they knew they had the 3 Plus, but they weren't ready to ship that, and they didn't want to wait, God forbid, 8 months after releasing a device to have to release another one. So I guess they just released the 3, not really thinking how much that would kind of hurt their the outlook on the company. I guess that doesn't really matter though, because they're a retro gaming company. A device that specializes in emulation. That is literally what it's advertised as. On their YouTube channel, they did what Ein did, which, now that I'm thinking about it, is a little suspicious how they both have a lot of similarities between their companies, but that's a whole different video. They were waiting to release this device for so long that they eventually just pushed out the 3, and now they're pushing out the 3 Plus with a better processor, which I guess is fine, but it's why? I think I forgot to mention, but the 3 Plus is using a Unisoc T618 chip, which is the same chip inside the Palkity X18S and the redesign that they just released, and that's going to be in the Emmc device. I forgot the name of it, let me find it. RG505. I'm honestly really considering buying that, but I cannot keep spending money. Let's get back to this Retroid Pocket 3 Plus drama. I am very annoyed because I didn't want to be buying another Retroid device within 2 months of getting my last one. I like the 3. I think it's kind of useless as a like upgrade from the 2 Plus. As a hardware upgrade, it's great, but as a software upgrade, it doesn't mean anything. I don't imagine they cared all that much when making this thing, because the 3 Plus is just better. It has a better shell than the 2 Plus. It's a bigger upgrade from the 2 Plus. I mean, from the jump from 3 to 3 Plus is really what should have been the jump from 2 Plus to 3. They should have just waited and used the shells that they had for the 3 in the 3 Plus. I ended up pre-ordering the 16-bit version of the 3 Plus. I didn't want to. I was like, the night before I was looking through a bunch of these, I wanted to go with the indigo because I like that color, or the 16-bit US. One of those two. I accidentally ordered the 16-bit version because I woke up early to pre-order the device, and I rushed to check out because I wanted that discount they gave, which ended up just bringing the price down to what the advertised price is because I had to pay for shipping. I wish I put more attention into the color, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's still the gray shell that I got with my 16-bit version, 16-bit US. It seems everything else is essentially the same, with maybe some minor upgrades on the back end. But while I was writing this video and while I was getting ready to film this video, I learned of 2 devices that I've mentioned in this video already that are coming out and or have come out that are directly targeting the 3 Plus and or are just being a refresh. So Powkitty was the first one that I heard of back in like March or something, or February, can't remember, but they released a device a little while ago that I made a video on last year, the X18S. Just recently, they apparently released another device, the X18S Black. Like the 3 from the 2 Plus, seems to be just a big hardware bump from the X18S, the version that I have, because they now say that the L3 and R3 triggers are like, those buttons now work, because there weren't any buttons. You weren't able to push in the thumbsticks and like use them in game on the X18S, which I guess is nice that they allow that here. The D-pad, joysticks, everything is supposedly better here. And I sure hope so, because I liked the design of the X18S, but it wasn't really all that great. I didn't really like it all too much. But it's using the same Unisoc T618 chip processor that the and the same GPU as the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. And Retro Game Corps on Twitter put up the Ambernick official statement about their pre-order for the RG505, and it has the RG505 priced at like $157, $172, and $187 for different pricings, respectfully. And it just kind of has me annoyed, because like, I understand that they have these devices they want to release, and I understand that Retroid had a bunch of shells they wanted to get out of their warehouse, but like, you are a company, you have customers you want to satisfy. Your customers are not going to be satisfied if you release a device, they buy it, and then you release one that's better literally 2 months later, and you're like, oh, look at this device is so much better than the 3, this is all it can do emulation wise. Your customers who bought the 3 are going to look at that and go, what? Why did I buy the 3 in the first place? I mean, I'm not wrong. The RG505 seems to be the exact same, like, performance-wise, but I think it's going to have, like, a better screen. It's going to have 4 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and then different price increases for, like, different sized SD cards, I guess, with pre-orders starting tomorrow. Let me actually post a poll on my channel. All right, that poll's posted. If you're watching this video, you're probably not going to get to vote on it, because this video is going to be posted after the release, the pre-order goes live, so I'm probably already made my decision. But sucks to suck, I guess. I don't know. And the Powkitty X18S redesign is priced at $172, $173, which I guess is fine, but like, your 2 competitors who are using the exact same chip and are probably gonna have better devices in terms of like pocketability and stuff, theirs are priced cheaper, so you're gonna have a hard time matching them or getting like same sales. But Powkitty is known for its mediocre mediocrity, like with their products. So I guess it's not unexpected from them. But to give my final thoughts on this, I think it's ridiculous. I hate this. Why didn't they release this next year? Like, at least like wait until like January or something, or February. Be like, oh, look at this. It's been 5 months, something like that. Just why couldn't you have waited until next year? I understand you want to get it out before the holiday. Get those extra sales, even if it matters, I guess, I don't know. But come on. You just released a device 2 months ago. Why would you release another one right now? Maybe it's because they heard that Emmc and Powkiddy were Powkiddy was making a refresh of their device, and Emmc was making a new device. So I guess it makes sense that they kind of want to like get a device out. But at the same time, why didn't you just do this in the first place? There are so many questions that'll never be answered. And if there are any that you guys want to hear my opinion on, leave them in the comments down below. I'll answer them. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week with hopefully the unboxing of my Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. If it's not next week, it's the week after. And then I will see you later. Bye-bye.